Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Cookie Chat. Let's see what we got going on. I'm not gonna get. No, we're not. We're not. I'm not even gonna bother. That's not happening. I usually like to have my wrinklers pretty um, built up for this, but it kind of just skipped my mind, and I popped them a couple hours or 4 hours ago. And I didn't have Cookie Clicker running while I was recording some stuff, so that's why. Um, okay, let's see what we got going on. As far as channel news, uh, I've recorded a bit more Resident Evil, did a little bit more dueling. Um, I've really been enjoying the dueling, that's been fun. Even though it involves a lot of Cleaforts swarming me and destroying me, it's still been fun. I completely, it's not uploaded yet, but I've completely finished recording Revengeance attempts. So Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is done, like, forever. I think. There should be nothing left for me to do in that. It's done. Um, Let me see, I got, last night I recorded like 4 or 5 Resident Evil 4s. Tonight I recorded Armstrong, Sam's fight in Campson. I'm about to. Yeah, I think I can squeeze in some Alien tonight. It's a bit late, it's 4 a.m., but I think we can squeeze in some Alien. I've been kind of in a good mood lately. I was gonna be really busy tonight. Like, I had today off, and I had made plans with work friends because my birthday's the 21st, and someone we work with's birthday's the 20th, so we were gonna go out tonight, kind of half celebrating that, just kind of half to bowl. And we'd all agreed on it tonight, so I woke up at like 4 p.m. today and I started messaging people like, hey, which bowling alley do you guys want to go to? Or, hey, when are we meeting up? And I, they never got back to me, like, ever. And I texted like a multiple people. And one of them was on Facebook. What is this? Let's get this out of here. It's blocking my stuff. There we go. Anyway, one of them was on Facebook, and you know, on Facebook, when you send someone a message, it says "seen at," and I know they saw my messages, like hours and hours before we had kind of planned to meet up. So, and I never heard back from anyone. So, I'm not really sure what's going on. Like, a small part of me wonders, are they mad at me? Did I do something wrong? I mean, like, did I just like because I closed last night and did just was my closing not good? Did I do something so wrong at closing that they're just all giving me the silent treatment? I mean, I'm not gonna say it was an amazing closing. It wasn't. It was kind of, we were a man down because someone went home because they weren't feeling well, which is fine, and it was a little on the late side, and it was my 5th day work in a row, so I was kind of tired. And I was just ready to start my weekend. You know how it is. It was good. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but I don't. Maybe we left something, which is weird because the thing, closing at work. I'll have nights where I'm not. I know we didn't do a great closing, but I figured we did an acceptable closing. I come into work the next day and they say, "Oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do this," and then a few days ago, manager wants to do all this extra stuff for closing. Nothing really big, just a few little extra things to make it look nice. And we did it. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it ate into our time a little bit. And then I get home, and like 5 minutes after I get home, I realize I didn't clean out the fryer pots. And to explain what those are, basically, when you have our fryers, we have 3. It has a hole in the bottom of the oil vat, and when you clean the oil, there's like a little tub underneath it on wheels, and it has a whole bunch of filters in it, different strengths of filters to get all the crap out. So you drop it all through here, it filters all through, and then you filter it back up into the vat, and that's filtering. Now, after you filter, you take the bottom thing out called the pot. You take it out, you take apart the filters. There's like 3 filter panels, and there's a pipe, and there's like a little crumb catcher. You take all that apart and wash it, scrape out the crap, and there's a lot of it. And we just forgot to do that. We filtered it, but we just forgot to clean out the bottom, which you would think is a big deal. Like, there are times when they don't look that bad, and we kind of just half-ass them. Like, we just kind of scrape the tops off, which is better than nothing. And I figured, I was kind of panicking about this because I stress about these things. So I just messaged someone who I knew was working the next day and said, by the way, we were idiots and no one remembered to clean the fryer pots. So the manager was told the next day. He says, oh no, they didn't filter last night? That's not good. I'm like, no, they filtered. They just forgot to clean the pots. I'm like, oh, that's fine. And then she said we did a good job. But you need to understand, I wasn't told we did a good job. I had to hear from someone else. I don't know what it is, but my manager always assumes I'm either doing something wrong, and whenever I do something right, I don't get the compliment. Just the other day, I was looking for the thermometer to make sure some food was safe, and I was just looking around, and it was not where it should be, so I was just checking places where it might have popped up, and there was a tray of cold protein next to me, like stuff from yesterday that we package up and sell in the store shelves, and she comes in with the U-boat of frozen stuff, and she starts getting on me like the second she sees me. Chris, it's not time to be doing cold protein. You need to be doing the frozen right now. And I'm like, I'm not even going to react to that, but I'm not even, that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm looking for something. I'm trying to get the hot food out. But it's just like, she's always assuming I'm doing something wrong, and I think she just thinks I'm not very smart, or I'm kind of an idiot, or I don't really understand where it's coming from. And it's frustrating, to be honest. Like, and it's not just in my head. Like, everyone agrees. Like, she just gives me a hard time when she talks to me. Like, it's either negative or neutral. It's never good. And if I did something good, I'm never gonna hear it from her. I have to get it secondhand. Which, it's getting old. But, it's not that big a deal. So, wow, that was a bit of a tangent. So, I guess I just hope we didn't do anything extremely wrong last night. Like, it should be fine. I mean, I'm running through my head right now, like, all the stuff I did that could have gone wrong, but I don't think any of it did. Like, I know one thing that can kind of cause problems. When you put the fryer pots back in the fryers, you have to make sure the pipe connects to the pole, and if it doesn't, you can kind of have a problem when you filter it, because you have a pot full of oil, so it's really heavy right now, and pretty full. Like, you don't want to rock it or it's going to spill, and it's hot because you're frying stuff with it, because you usually want to filter a couple times during the day, and if the hole's not lined up, you have to move this really heavy, really full pot of hot oil and try and get it in without burning yourself. And people have burnt themselves doing that before, and it really pisses them off. So I took extra care. I didn't put them all in last night, but I know the one I did put in, I took extra care to make sure it was lined up. So I'm just trying to, I don't know, it's not even that. Yeah, I just would have liked to know what's going on. Like, what could have gone on with that, where they, I know they saw my messages, and they just didn't get back to me. Like, they just, we had agreed a couple days ago, we're going bowling Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Well, now it's Wednesday, but it was Tuesday. As of 4 hours and 21 minutes ago, it was Tuesday. So I don't know. Because that didn't happen, I got some stuff done tonight. I got the recording done. Connor and I were hanging out. Played some Pokemon. Oh yeah. Albertsons is doing this thing right now called the Albertsons Monopoly. Basically, whenever you buy certain things, you get game tickets. You pull apart the game tickets, and it has various little tabs in it, like little scraps of paper. And I'm an employee, and there's a special employee when we have to play. It has almost all the same prizes, so it's not a big deal. You just can't win $1 million in cash, and you can't win a $500,000 one. I can't remember what that prize is, but you can't win that. So basically what you do is you have your game board front and back. There's all these tabs in it, and a certain prize will have like 4 to 6 slots, and if you fill in all the slots with the specific ones you need, you get the prize. But the way they do these is they make like 3 of the 4 or 5 of the 6 of the prize things pretty common. So you're always I'm almost winning everything, pretty much. But I haven't won a single thing, and Connor and I were going back through all my tickets today, and we won some extra tickets. We entered in all the online codes and stuff, and yeah, we probably spent like 40 minutes just with because you're supposed to wet the back of them, stick them out with like a Q-tip with a glass of water, and it was kind of fun, but almost winning everything. I know it's kind of a rip-off, and it would be if the fact that I didn't work there and I already buy a lot of stuff there. I'm a sucker for some glass bottle Fanta. It's good stuff. I pretty much always drink that when I record. I mean, I really like to have something to drink when I record. Preferably something bottleneck or alcoholic, so it forces me to take it slow. And that's just perfect. And it kind of keeps you energized. So I'll probably be trying to get some more of those tomorrow. And, oh god, what else is going on? Let's see. Cookie Clicker right now is kind of just getting boring. I mean, I'm at the point in my playthrough where I just wait. I mean, it helps that I'm probably going to be uploading all day for the next few days, so God, I really don't like that it's, thank you. I'm going to be uploading all day for the next few days, so Cookie Clicker will be running. When I used to have like my $500 laptop, it doesn't really matter with that thing. I would keep Cookie Clicker running for as long as I'm awake, and then I'd shut it down at the end of the night. But I spent like $3,500 on this laptop. It's not gonna stay on all day running Cookie Clicker if I can help it. But since I need that much time to upload some of this stuff, I might as well run it. Oh God, what else? I think that might be it. Yeah. Sorry if this has been kind of a. Oh, first let's get to 8 sextillion exactly handmade cookies just because we can. It's been kind of a scatterbrained cookie chat. I'll admit it. I don't usually go into these with much preparation. I kind of just wing it. I'm pretty good at winging it, and shit will just start flying out of my mouth, and sometimes it makes sense. That's, it's a useful skill to have, I won't lie. Hey, we got there. Oh yeah, just one more quick little inconsequential thing I can talk about before we go. A few days ago at work, I see the store director walk into our part of the store, talking to the bakery manager, talking to my manager, talking to one of my coworkers. Apparently there was a guy in the store who got a grocery cart, loaded it up with like $750 worth of crap, like expensive small stuff like appliances and stuff like that, and he just walked out the door. And he just got away. Which, first of all, that's ballsy as fuck. But, the reason they were talking to one of my coworkers because she had seen him before. He tried something like that a little while ago, and she talked to the manager basically the night manager, I guess you'd call him, at the time, and they kept an eye on him, and he kind of figured out he was being watched, and he just left. You don't really have a lot of tools to stop that kind of thing. There is loss prevention certification, and if you do get that, you can actually confront these people and stuff, but if you're just an average employee, you can't do anything. The most you can do is walk up to them and say, "Hello, how can I help you?" and just kind of hope that scares them off, and just get chatty with them. That usually makes them uncomfortable, but you can't really do anything. You can identify, telemanager and most like higher up managers are not loss prevention certified. Manager in my department has to be, but that's because she's been in the company for like forever and she's been everywhere. Funny story. At a store she used to work at, from what I hear, loss prevention. It's not just watching customers for shoplifting, or it's not just shoplifting. It's just loss in general, but that's a big part of it. They watch employees too, and she would go up to employees as they're leaving at the end of the day and like demand they turn out their pockets, and people like were flipping their shit over that she couldn't do that. And I think the store like had a revolt like, this stops or we're gone. And just it's real uncomfortable. It's real uncomfortable. It's that's not okay. And like never there's actually some stuff involving that you can get fired for on the spot. Like if I saw someone shoplifting and I walked out of the store to go after them, not even to go after them, just to say, hey, I saw that. That can get you fired on the spot because in certain situations, even no matter how unlikely it is, like if it was just an elderly person who just probably forgot to pay for the groceries, you could get fired on the spot for that because you don't know if they have a weapon out there. You don't know if they're going to make a break for it in a vehicle and accidentally back over you or intentionally back over you. And just a bunch of crap the company decides they don't want to deal with. Which, would be fine if they had decent security. Like, Walmart has like those, I'm pretty sure they have like those things that look, that those alarm things that go off if you try to walk out with, unpaid merchandise. I know Walmart's, they have cameras like us, but they actually have a guy in a room watching the cameras. And I can actually attest to that because when I was a kid, I was really bored one day, or when I was at Walmart with my mom, and we were in the jewelry section. I was just up on a little rack like for like $15, $20 earrings, and they have monitors in there that you can like see yourself in. It's like just a way of saying, yeah, we're watching you. You want to see? So I could see myself standing next to the rack. So I reached out to the rack, grabbed. I didn't grab anything. I just grabbed next to the rack so it looked like I was grabbing something, and then put my hand in my pocket. And then there was a page, like employees watch your section or something like that. And I just reached into my pocket, made a fist, put it over the rack, and let go. So they actually watch. We don't. There's really nothing stopping you from stealing from Albertsons. It's not good. I mean, they don't do anything to stop it. They maybe have one loss prevention certified person in a store. Big whoop. And it's not like that's... I don't know if we actually have a dedicated loss prevention people. I mean, they do exist, but I don't think they do in my store. As far as I know, we only have one. We might have more, but... Because it's not just something that comes with being a higher-up manager. Because I know the night manager, he doesn't have it. And he's like the number 4 at the store. 3 or 4. He's up there. And the number 3, everyone... I think he's the number 3. Everyone hates him, and from what I hear, there's actually a petition going around to see if they can... Because you can't fire people at Albertsons once they've been there for a while. It just doesn't work. But there's like a petition to pay him to just not come to work, because it'd be better if he just didn't even come. Like that kind of thing. It's a wonderful company to work for. Just wonderful, always having to deal with that crap. Okay, now I think I've filled this out a bit more talking about some shit. Thanks for watching me ramble about stuff and not much about cookies, because cookies weren't happening much. See you next time.